Do you know that most people around you will die in poverty? Do you know why? They are not doing these 5 steps that I'm going to be sharing with you. Welcome back to our Wealth Legacy Movement YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Sophia, and in today's video, I'm going to be revealing 5 proven steps to build generational wealth. And trust me, they don't teach this in school. All right. Most people believe wealth is just, making more money. But the truth is, wealth is about sustainability and transferability. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things that the wealthy people are doing to make sure that they're not only building wealth, but they're building wealth for generations to come. All right. So the first step is financial education, right? You must be educating yourself and your family on financial education. It all starts with knowledge. You know that, right? The rich people don't just hand over money. Why? Because they don't want it to run out. They pass down financial literacy. Learn about assets, liabilities, taxes, credit, and investing. Those are some of the most important factors that will allow you to be wealthy, to be building wealth, or just to remain in poverty. But here's the key. I don't just want you to, teach yourself, but it's important for you to teach your children, your siblings, and anyone around you, whether it's in your family, your friends, because you don't want generational wealth to die. So, the second is to create multiple streams of income. Building multiple streams of income is important. And it's important because for most person, they have one job. And if you're going to be creating generational wealth, you can't build wealth just from a job, especially if it's just a job that is not paying you much, right? You need side hustles, you need investments, and you need passive income. Think about real estate, dividend paying stocks, online businesses, royalties, income sources that don't rely on you clocking in and out. Set these up now so your future generations inherit not just assets, but income generating machines. And you might be saying, but how am I going to do that? And it is not hard. Look at some of the things that people are struggling with. What pain point do they have? What kind of side hustle can you start that will solve a particular problem? If you're able to do that, then you are on your way to building wealth, right? You're on your way to building wealth. And if you look at investment, some persons might say, but I don't have money to invest, right? And it doesn't take a lot of money to invest. You can put $50, $100 in the stock market on a regular basis. Say, let's say once per month when you get your salary, you put that in there. It's not like back in the day when you have to have a lot of money to buy all of these stocks. They're selling a piece of a stock. So it's like a pie. That one stock, you can buy just a portion of that stock with whatever money that you have. So I'm saying it is easier now more than ever to start building wealth. Now, the third step is to protect with life insurance and trusts. Many persons, they don't have life insurance, and you must have life insurance. So, a millionaire without protection is one lawsuit, one accident, or one death away from financial ruin. What does that mean? It means that if you are a millionaire, somebody, were to file a lawsuit against you, that can wipe out all the money that you have. If you have an accident, it's the same thing. Somebody can take you to task, sue you. If you die, what will happen to the people that you're leaving behind, right? So that's what it really means. So it's important to get a solid life insurance policy, right? And you might be saying, I don't have the money. And I'm saying to you that you don't have to have a lot of money to have insurance. And what a lot of the wealthy people are doing these days is they're using insurance as a way of building wealth for their families. What do I mean by that? You have insurance, for example, IUL, Index Universal Life Insurance. And what that does, it allows you to have life insurance policy, but also allows you to have something with that policy that builds over time, right? And what that does, it allows you to borrow money from yourself. Let's say you're going to buy a house, you're going to buy a car, you want the child to go to university. With that money that you have in that IUL, you can borrow that money from yourself and slowly paying it back rather than going to the bank, right? And this is why these insurance are so good. They're so important. They protect you. Let's say you were to die, at least you're leaving money for your family. This is another way of building wealth. You die and you leave, let's say, a 500,000 life insurance policy, or even 100,000 or $200,000, whatever amount that you're able to get on yourself. Make sure that you get it, because at least allow them to get something from you not being around to do what you were always doing for them. So it's so important that you have life insurance policy to protect you and your family. The fourth one is smart long-term investment. Invest with a long-term mindset. Forget get rich quick schemes. Instead, what I want you to do is to focus on long-term. You want to make sure that what you're investing in, it's a proven investment tool, like, stocks and bonds, index funds, real estate, even private equity. You want to teach your family the power of compound interest and patience. The goal is steady, consistent growth over decades, right? And again, it doesn't take a lot for you to invest in the stock market. Now, if you were to compare now with, years ago, so anyone can invest in the stock market. All right. The last one is build a family wealth culture. And you might be saying, what do I mean by that? Have annual family financial meetings, like create a vision for your family's financial legacy. Discuss goals among yourselves, new investment opportunities and values around money, right? You want to make sure that you're in the know about financial education, money, and everything that goes with building a wealth legacy for your family. Wealth fades after one or two generations, like they say, and this happens without a clear culture and roadmap. So you want to make sure you're building wealth, and this is a part of your family's DNA, and you're having these meetings to help to cement into your family the culture of knowing about money, how to use money, how to invest your money, and to build that wealth up, so you're not only building for your generation but the ones to come. All right, so there you have it. We just share with you 5 steps to build real generational wealth. The first one that I shared with you was to be knowledgeable about financial education. We talked about creating multiple streams of income, because a job alone cannot build wealth, right? The next one that I shared was to protect with life insurance and trust. And I also shared, smart long-term investing. And the last one that I shared was to build a family wealth culture. All right. So remember, it's not just about you, it's about your children, it's about your grandchildren, and everyone who carries your name. So if you're serious about starting your wealth legacy, I want you to start small if you have to. Have discussions with your spouse, your children, your grandchildren, and just start having that conversation. That's where it starts. All right. If you like this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Like this video for more income generating tips and strategies, business startup ideas, side hustles, and high paying job kind of videos. We do this to help you to start building your wealth legacy. Until next time, wealth builders, keep building wealth. I'll talk to you soon.